Hey guys, my name is Barbara Bass, and I'm back here with more lessons. I know it's been a while since I've been gone, and I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can without giving too many details because I need to get an approval with God before I just share everything, okay? But the last because I'm very open with you guys about not having friends. I don't have a friend that I can call and tell my business to. I don't have any friends. The last friend that I had, God separated us because he told me that we were going on two separate paths, which I think was his way of preparing me for what was going to hit me last month in March. This month is April. Today's April 1st, but last month in March, it didn't even happen in March. What hurt me didn't even happen in March. It happened in last year of December. But I didn't find out until around the second week of March, and it crushed me. The last person who I called a best friend is no longer here. Her death was a very, very tragic death. God did allow me to call her the last time that we spoke to kind of clear whatever animosity there was between us. And I did my part. And I'm so thankful because God has been showing me words through you guys that I did my part. It was somebody who put out a video, I think today, like, don't worry, you did your part. I think her name is Coach Tay or T or Coach and it's TE or something like that. I don't know. But she put out a video saying it, you did your part. And for the month of March, I was going through like a stress and depression over her death because I was wondering, did I do enough? But God had to remind me at that time, you and her both were very far from me. And then you just had a turnaround when I moved you here, which was to isolate you, to bring you into what I have brought you into. But you were just coming out of the new age conscious community. You were just coming out of that. So you didn't have enough in you to evangelize to her. So, but of course the enemy had been trying to like attack me and make me like beat myself up. Like, did I not, but we weren't even on the same page for me to be able to call her and talk to her in that way, in that manner. But the last time that we did talk, it was like, let's say I moved here 4 years ago. So about the 2-year mark of me living here for 2 years is when I finally, God had released me to call her and talk about the reasons why we were going down two separate paths, and to kind of just let bygones be bygones and not have any bad blood between us. And just it was such a good conversation the last time I talked to her. But something really bad actually happened after that call as well. And wow, not going to talk about that. But it's like my breath got taken away before I could even say anything, so I'm not going to talk about that. But that phone call is what let me know, like, no, you and her, this conversation is for a reason, but I didn't know what the reason was for. But that conversation went so well at the end. I was so happy. But then what happened after that call, the aftermath after that call, the drama that happened after that call was a reminder for God to let me know it's not safe to go back in, to be friends again. And so I had to let her go, and it hurt me, but what had happened after the call was so evident. Anybody who knows about what happened knows, like, okay, it's clear that God was like, let that go. Okay. Maybe one day I'll explain it if God give me permission, but right now God is clearly saying no. Okay. So I'm not going to talk about it, but even after this bad thing and this drama happened, I still called her back and forgave her for even that. And was like, listen, that was messed up what you just did, okay? But I still love you. I still forgive you. I still am willing to put everything behind me. Like, I was so willing to let everything go. And even at that time when I would think about it, I'm like, yo, this person straight up played me. But I didn't understand why it was so much forgiveness in my heart for her. Now I see why. Because she's no longer here. And her death was so tragic. She died in a way I wouldn't want to see anyone go. It was something I would never expect. But I do feel like there was levels of witchcraft. And when I say witchcraft, I'm talking about manipulation involved in even her death. The method in which these demons took her out on assignment was in a way where it was supposed to be a secret, but it ended up coming out. She tried to do something in secret, but it ended up getting exposed through her death, y'all. She was not where she was supposed to be. So the devil been beating me up about, you didn't do enough, you didn't do enough, you didn't say enough, you didn't try hard enough, you didn't go back for her, you didn't try to save her. And I'm like, listen, I got to go to God and seek God on this, because you are really trying to beat me up about this, okay? Condemn, whatever. Is it conviction or condemn? Condemn, because God be saying no condemnation. So yeah, the devil tried to condemn me, man. But yeah, I was like, God, what you think? That's when God had let me know, like, girl, you want to on that level to evangelize to her yet? You did what you could when you called that day. You did what you could. So, and that person wasn't trying to hear anything that had to do. Okay, never mind. So that's why I'm just like, all right, I did what I could do. And I'm thankful for that person who made that video who said you did what you could do, because that, I felt like that was direct confirmation for me. But she's gone. I miss her. You know, a lot of times where you're really good to someone and then you know about things that they've done to you and you still call that person your friend, and people be like, that wasn't your friend. That hurts me, because when I talk about her and I'm like, my friend, my best friend, even though I know it wasn't when we split and I had to move here and leave her, I wanted her to come with me. But she couldn't come with me because she had other responsibilities in Atlanta to take care of. But I wanted us to have a new life together. I wanted to take her out of that community. So the way that she died was so, like, what happened to her was so evil. The person that did this to her, the manner was so evil. I just can't believe it, because I have so many pictures and videos and memories, and I just thank God for preparing my heart by separating me from her, where I wasn't just so close to her when this happened, because I would be so heartbroken. I'm already heartbroken, but I would be even more heartbroken. And I don't know whose voice that is, but I keep hearing this voice saying, not this voice, but this thought, this negative thought, not a voice, because I don't hear no voice with a tone or nothing like that. I hear a thought in my mind, like I feel a thought. I think a thought of someone saying, that wasn't your friend, but that wasn't your friend. That was never your friend. when I know that at one point we were friends, and we were like best friends. We were best friends. But the things that she did to me, people would say that was not your friend. But I know. And there were a couple people that I talked to who was like, Barbara, you wanted the best for her. You was that one genuine friend. You wanted the best for her. I just miss her. I known her since I was a child. We come from the same conscious community, Rastafarian community. The Rastafarian, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Hebrew Israelite, all that community in the West End, Atlanta, Georgia, we all know each other. So my father Rasta and her mother Rasta known each other for years. Even before Atlanta, in other states, they knew each other. So it's like, because nobody in my family is from Atlanta. We all moved there. But it's just it's sad, how she went out, and I miss her a lot. And that's where I've been the whole month of March, kind of reminiscing on her and trying to get down to the bottom, because I don't want to say that, the person who is responsible for what happened to her is gone and on the run. And so I've been praying and praying and praying about that. And I feel like that was mysterious, but I feel like my prayers are working. I'm not trying to take the credit for anything, but I'm saying, like, I pray to the one true God, and I'm out of the conscious community. So I know the one true God is Jesus Christ, and that's who I'm praying to. And since I've been praying, things have been coming out about her mysterious passing. Like, the person has now been located since I started praying. Things are coming out about the person, and they're getting closer and closer to the person. So that's how I know my prayers are working. And it's just sad, because imagine you do something so spiteful to hurt a person, and you do this thing that is wrong or not right towards a person, and this person, the same person that you conspired against, is the person who's praying for answers and something serious that's dealing with you. The person you would least expect is the one who's praying. You just really got to be careful who you do wrong, who you do dirty. You got to pray for forgiveness. One day when God gives me permission, I'm going to tell you guys the story about this, the whole story. And I don't care who finds out, because there's lots of people involved in this. And lots of people behind the scenes, because what happened to her was spiritual. Someone set that up. And the ones that set that up was someone that she thought she could trust. And that's how it happens. It happens by people we always think we can trust. But anyway, I've been praying. I missed her a lot. That's where I've been month of March, worried about her and what happened to her, and just picturing her last hours, because everyone knows how she spent the last moments. And just picturing her there like that is very sad to me. But I know God was telling me, and I told you guys on one of my videos, that my assignment is to help the conscious community, people who are in New Age, people who got stuck in blaming the European white people for everything. Yes, things have happened. Yes, things have happened on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But all races have been enslaved, okay? But, a lot of people in that conscious community, New Age community, they like to blame everything on a certain race of people. And it leaves them in a lack mentality and a poverty mindset. And so this is what I wanted to rescue certain people from. And it's not me to rescue them. What am I talking about? Wanted Jesus to rescue them from. But I know that Jesus is within me, and using my voice to speak and attract those people. I'm here to make Jesus, God, Holy Spirit attractive to those people. And my life did 360 from being over there to coming over here when God isolated me. And I wanted to take people with me that I couldn't take with me because they had their own responsibilities to take care of. Like my best friend, I wanted to take her with me here, but she had her own responsibilities, so she couldn't leave. And I see when God was telling me that we were going down separate paths, I see that we really were. And I just thank God for guarding my heart, because I know that if I was really, really close to her around the time when I first moved and this happened, I would be super duper heartbroken, like shattered. You know, that feeling where you don't even want to be here no more because the news is that bad, you know, like. But it hasn't come to that point. But yeah, she was I don't believe that she was a believer, y'all. She was out of the Rastafarian community, so she believed in God, but and maybe Yeshua's existence, but I don't think that she was a believer in the way that we're believers. And so when it comes to that, and we talked about, oh God, I don't want to even get on that, but from young, me and this girl would go to like Rastafarian events and Marcus Garvey. Like we were both very Afrocentric, and we love conscious community events. We love to be in our community. At some point, I'm gonna start posting videos from and pictures from when I was in that community, because it's just beautiful memories. There's no sense of that type of community out here, so I kind of missed that. Anyway, I'm just talking now, but I just wanted to give y'all an explanation for why March was kind of dry for me. I was depressed, I was stressed, I was worried about my friend, and I'm gonna continue to call her that. I was worried about her and what happened to her, and trying to cope with that, and just how tragic it was, and just everything that I found out about that whole thing, and how sneaky it was, and it's just really bad. And so I've been dealing with that. But I'm back. It's April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. And I'm back to work, guys. I'm back to work, and I'm back even more powerful. I did sit out for a while. I didn't think it was going to be that long, but I'm like, man, I need a hard reset. April 1st is a good time, because to a lot of people in the conscious communities or the new age community, the new year starts around March 19th through April 1st anyway. So, you know, with Ethiopian or Chinese calendars, or calendars that existed different than our Gregorian calendar, you know, some people's New Year starts at different times. So like even in the Ethiopian Hebrew calendars and stuff like that, we are younger than what we really are, because there's more months or something like that. So anyway, yeah, I just had to make sure that I did my part, and God cleared me on that, and had other people confirm that I was clear on that, because I was beating myself up pretty bad. And God was like, only I could have saved her. For real, for real. You can't save her. But you did do what you could. You mentioned me to her, and that was good enough. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that, guys. I'm back though, and I got lessons, so we're good to go, and we're back in the game. I do love you guys. I miss you. Please like like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Sorry about the long pause, the big break, but I had to get myself together. CDs, I had to. I'm trying to get it together, guys. It's been rough, but yeah. That's what happened. There was a death of someone close to me at one point in my life, and I'm good now though. All right. Someone's at my door, so I have to really go. All right. Bye, you guys. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.